just makes it easier to do. Okay, so as you know, I'm Karen, owner of SYNERGI Salon and SYNERGI Salon products. And I wash my hair. Well, I don't shampoo my hair every day, but I could. So while I'm shampooing, I might as well just do a get ready with me, because people always ask me about doing a wash and go. And this is my version of a wash and go. I have the glaze, and I put the glaze on the tips of my hair. Like so. I make sure I rub it into the tips. Really good. And then I comb it through. And I just do this to make sure it's evenly distributed. Then I take the mousse and I put the mousse on top, a glaze and a mousse. The glaze gives it, because the mousse by itself doesn't have the firm, it doesn't have the hold. So the glaze gives it the hold that it needs. I'm sorry, I'm about to sneeze, y'all. Okay. So I want to talk about a story time, like a client that I had the other day. And I had a client and she has really, really, really curly hair. And she's a young girl. And her mom brought her in because when I say curly hair, like she wears her hair curly. She has like a mixed texture, and she wants to wear her hair curly, but all her hair in the back here, like from here around here, it all came out. So it was really, really short. And I did this a couple months ago. And it was really, really short. So it was curly in the front and like really, really short in the back. And they didn't really know what to do. She was a young girl, so she was subconscious about her hair. Beautiful little girl. Real subconscious about her hair. So I did her hair, and I told her mom that what we're gonna do is we're gonna cut her hair. We're gonna cut it. It's gonna grow, cut, grow, cut, grow, cut, grow. Like my favorite. Your hair's gonna grow, we're gonna cut. We're gonna grow, we're gonna cut. Grow, cut. And in a year, that's the airplane. In 1 year, her hair, the texture of her hair will be like all consistent all over. Because for some reason, people think they're gonna wake up and their hair gonna be grown back. But hair doesn't grow back like that. Like your hair grows in from the scalp, and it grows, but if you don't cut your ends, nothing will happen. Like if you gotta grow, cut, grow, cut, grow, cut. If you don't cut, the hair just stays like this. So if you have like a head of hair that the hair hasn't been doing nothing for a long time, and you haven't had a cut, and you're like, my hair isn't doing nothing, it's thriving, because you haven't had a cut. That's why when you go to the salon, your hair grows, because your stylist hopefully trims your hair a lot, because that's what helps your hair grow. It doesn't make sense, but well, anyway, so she came to me once, and then she came back another time, maybe about 6 weeks later, and then her hair was growing in. I could tell that it was getting longer. Then she came back about 6 weeks after that. And I could tell that it was really growing. And this time we straightened her hair. She had never had her hair straightened. And so that little piece in the back had filled in enough to where if I straightened it, it would still do right. Okay, so that was about 6 weeks ago. So she came in the other day. And so that means it's only been 4 months. 4 months. And I straightened it again. And the piece is totally filling in. And mind you, if you have a piece, like because her hair was missing, like all kind of, people call it like stress points. Because her hair was missing in that one spot, we just assumed that the hair was missing in that one spot. But what I think is, her hair was missing in that one spot, but all throughout her hair, it was the same thing throughout her hair. The same thing. So when she came in and got her hair done the other day, I was like, what's going on? And she was looking at me like, oh, I'm like, I don't, this hair, when I tell you her hair, since I cut it the last time, had doubled in thickness. It literally doubled in thickness. Like one side of me was just like, it was frustrating. But the other side of me was like, her hair is really growing. Like it is growing so good. Like I know I told her a year, but it will be a year before, because it takes 1 year to replace your hair. So by you doing my hair growing, cut, grow, cut, grow, cut, you're actually being able to take advantage of the new hair that's being produced. And every year, you do a grow, cut, the hair that you had previously will be totally replaced. So the first year is all about replacing, and then the second year is all about growth. I think it takes, if you want to see your hair do like exploits, like really get your hair to do some backflips with growing, it takes about 4 to 5 years to get your hair to go beyond what you wanted to do. So between shampooing regularly, trimming regularly, and then the product buildup, it could take, up to 5 years before your hair can be totally replaced. So I was saying all that to say, I always in my videos, I always talk about the trim, just how important it is. You cannot delay. You cannot delay. And I talk to my clients because the stylists understand how important it is, but sometimes clients, they say stuff like, don't trim my ends, make it too short. And sometimes it might not be that it's making it short. It might be that your hair is growing in so much underneath that the closer you get to it, the shorter your hair might seem at first. But then eventually, if you slow on those trims, it's just best to, I always tell my clients, like, don't try to trim your hair when you use it. Try to stay in front of it. Like, if you're constantly staying in front of it, then you don't have to worry about it taking a dive. You can control the growth. But so many people just come in and get a trim when the hair starts to feel bad, or the hair starts to feel bad and feel like they need it. I got a client who knows, she knows, she says, like, right at 6 weeks, my hair is unnoticeable. So, okay, you know that. So she always makes sure that she schedules, gets her ends trim about every 6 weeks, so that she don't have to worry about hitting that frustrated moment. So when you after you get your trims from your stylist, see if you could tell, like, when things start to change. If you get a calendar and you see how many weeks it takes before you're like, okay, my hair needs to be trimmed again. But what happens is people, they'll get their ends trimmed, and then they'll, just the hair start going south, and they're like, okay, now I want to do this. Now, not really paying attention to the patterns and the routines of what it takes, to get your hair the way you need it to be. When you pay attention to that, that is healthy hair. That is healthy hair because there's maintenance with it. That's just like with everything else with their car. Like there's a routine with their car. You gotta put gas in it. You gotta get oil changes. But you don't have to wait till the light comes on, like I do. You don't have to wait till the light comes on for your oil change. Like, you know, like it's this many times, you know, it happens every this many months or whatever. Just go ahead and schedule your next appointment so that you can get in front of it and you don't have to worry about, you know, going through the changes that you do with your car. Same thing with your hair, same thing with your teeth, same thing with your body. Just get on regular maintenance and then you don't have to worry about it. So you see how fast it took me to twist my hair. It takes about an hour to dry. And that's for me. It's easier for me to redo my hair than it is to try to maintain it. You saw how it was earlier. I could have just put some mousse on it and called it a day, but every hour, especially with the wash and go, my hair expires. So for every hour it expires. So the way it was earlier, I could have doctored it up, but by the end of the day, it just wouldn't be the way I wanted it to be. And plus I wanted to do a video for you guys. So I wanted to just show you just how easy. Now, somebody else might not say this is easy, but I've been on a routine of it for so long that I'm just used to it. And this is why I talk about routines in my video, because a lot of people just like, I want to get my hair to do that. It's just repetitive. You just gotta keep doing it, keep doing it, keep doing it. And the more you do it, the more, and you gotta give yourself time. You gotta shampoo it regularly. You gotta get it trimmed regularly. You gotta stay away from products that leave a heavy residue. And that's how we build your wash and go, a better wash and go, a better hair routine. I do talk about this in my course. So all the information, all the products that I use are in the description below. So remember to like, leave a comment, and subscribe to the channel, and share it with a friend that might not understand why trimming is so important. And